Thanks for joining this new elite training. And today I'm kind of pumped up because we have some new members coming in, and the last 2 weeks I have worked kind of hard. Now let's say I have worked with a difficult to get client, and I did it on a certain method, and I want to share with you each step of the process, how to get that client converted for Google My Biz for a website. I get paid $299 per month. For Google My Business, I get paid $197 per month. And AdWords service, I get also paid $197 per month. So, and it is a minimum of 12 months contract. So kind of a good deal, but this was not an easy client to convert up. And I will go over each step, how I was able to convert that client. Now we have a special guest today, and it's Barry. Barry is also together with Delinda, an elite member, and it happened that Barry does all the calling, or I don't know if it's called, but the calling work, the prospecting work, and Delinda kind of does the fulfillment. And I had so far I had more contact with Delinda because if she needs help with fulfillment, she contact me. But Barry is kind of new to me, and let me welcome Barry. Hi Barry.
Hi, how are you?
Good, good, good. So I learned from Delinda that you do the prospecting. Can you explain what you're doing to get clients?
Well, it may depend upon the client, but many things I do, I talk to them briefly about their listings and a lot about their Google reviews. And it seems to open the door because a lot of them don't know about that. And also then a lot of them will say, well, the website's either expired or they like a new website. And then I say, well, we've got great websites, which are exactly your websites, but they rank high. They rank in the top 84%. So therefore, they think, oh, it's pretty good. And so then I just go on about my spiel, and we get started. And I do get good money off them. I charge $1,200 to $1,300 per website with the additional things that we add to them, with hosting and so forth and so on. So it becomes pretty lucrative. So it's not too hard to make a couple $1,000 a week just doing one client. But plus you've got all the upsells that you can do to go along with it from your company. They may want AdWords, which are good. Not all will do it, but they may. Some may look at a mass program or almost anything. Once you're doing business with them and they see that you're doing well and they like what you've offered them, they're pretty open to a lot of things.
Okay. How do you get the client? Are you emailing them? Are you calling them? How do you get new
No,
clients?
no. I stop in and visit with each one of them and talk to them. I just cold call the office or the dentist or whoever it might be, or it could be the restaurant owner, because a lot of them have really bad websites. And a lot of them want updates. So here we are. We have a company. We can do the updates. We can change your website. And most all of them are always asking for, do you have, what do you call these, Linda? Oh, the sliders and things like that there. I said, all ours contain those, and we can move around, change things. We can modify it to fit your needs, give you your color that you want. And say, okay, so then what I do is I use all your promotional products from the demos, and I'll pop one up and say, okay, this is what your website could look like. We can change around the colors you want and this and that, and they go for it. You have the
So
tools. All I'm doing is presenting them.
so you visit and cold call, correct?
Yes.
Um,
And
so
I do that for a reason, because every month I get to see the people, and all the other things that come up, you get to upsell them quite easily.
so
And then it's
you market locally, correct? Locally,
yes,
and
but
uh, so let's assume Do you also convert clients you haven't seen and you just do
Yes,
everything
yes, I
via the
do.
phone?
But here's something else. A lot of times you're cold calling, you get a client. They do not give you any referrals. Other times you run into a client who will give you 3, 4, 5 referrals. And that's like a gold mine to me because that means you're going to make 6, 8, 10, 12,000 bucks in a month for free for doing the same thing because they all want what the other person has. They all have big egos and they don't want to be left behind.
Do you stimulate that they get send you referrals? Do you tell, for
No, I
example,
don't.
if you refer somebody, you get a month for free or something like that?
No, I don't do that. I could, but I haven't.
Okay. And
Because a lot of the people that you do are professionals that pay good and they can afford it.
okay,
And number one, they're skeptical about telling their buddies or their clients about how good they're doing or what they're doing. A lot of them actually want to see it in action first, or show me proof of what you got or that you can do something.
okay. So,
That's
but
pretty easy to do.
you also able to convert only via the phone, correct? And not visit them. Is that possible for you?
No, I don't. Well, I probably could, but I never really try that.
Or you always visit?
I always show up,
Okay, and uh,
then I set an appointment,
mhm.
then I go back, show them what we can do, and a lot of times you might have to go back once or twice because when they get to know you, then you can do some business. They don't always buy the first time around, but once you have them and they're doing business with you, and you show them that they're going to become a trusted, incredible business, and you can show them that they're getting more traffic, then they're open to listening to the new things that you have that may help them in their business. Here's a good example: a dentist. The average dentist spends $48,000 a month, I mean a year, for advertising, right?
Mhm.
Many of these dentists only spend $1,000 or $2,000 a month for AdWords, and maybe $500 a month for something else.
Mhm.
But there's a lot of things that you have that you can use, plus put video reviews with them. And what happens is, 3, 4, 5, 600 bucks a month, they end up being rated very high. And so therefore, when you want to go back to add all the other things that we have, they're quite open to it. So it's not too hard to charge them 1,800 bucks, 1,200 bucks, 600 bucks. They don't even balk about paying it because most of the time when you're doing this stuff, it ends up being done organically, and they're there. Some of the programs that we may use ourselves, if they don't pay us, man, they're going to disappear. So
How,
they're going to pay us.
how do you how do you get an appointment with the owner?
Well, a lot of times I go in and ask who's the contact person is and who makes the decisions. Period.
And
Because
with a doctor, dentist seems to me a little bit harder, huh, to get that.
they are harder. They are harder, but just always remember all the things that we have to offer and SEO and all the stuff that everybody talks about. They don't care about that. Some of these guys are kind of technical themselves. They only care about two things: more clients and a larger return, period. When you can show them they can get more traffic, then it's up to them what they say or their website says, or their office girls to bring that traffic in. You did your job. So by creating more traffic for them, they are going to get more clients, period. Doesn't matter where you place them or how you place them. If somebody start out and they're making 3 or 4 or 5 new clients a month and they're suddenly getting 25 or 26, they're happy. A new office might start getting 30 or more. He's really happy. And they're not paying a lot of money to do that. And,
So
and it's all your products that are doing it, by the way.
so so I get that, but if I was a dentist, now how do you get me more traffic? What do you answer then?
How do I get more traffic?
Yeah?
Well, mainly it would probably be if I did listings for them, or if I use a website that converts really nice, and there's something on that website, especially the front page, that converts people, because a small video on the front page of a website is worth a million words. People
Okay.
can read about everybody else, and they will get nothing. But you take a dentist or a restaurant, they're tied neck and neck for reviews. 35% of all internet traffic for medical, 35% for all internet traffic for food and entertainment. So when there's something there that converts traffic, you become a superstar.
So if I
And
listen to you,
sell themselves.
you say, I'm not able to rank you higher, but I'm able to create a better website what converts better. Is that your answer? Short answer?
Yes. Yes, you want to convert better because uh, different industries in different communities, there are different amounts of competition. So what happens with that competition, some of the words you may use, they may either cost too much, or I can go into one area where there's 300 dentists, and that competition is awful tough for anything you want to do. But when you have something there where you increase your traffic no matter where they find it, and there's something on their website that converts them to be, or you get a call, they're quite happy. On average, the real views on the end, all our clients are averaging 11 to 12% of those calls. Now that's pretty damn good. And that's just by doing all organic stuff. If you were to take and you start running a video review on the front page of a client's ad, which is the number one thing looked at on the internet, and then reverse and put it on YouTube, they will even increase more, because over 50-some% of the time, they'll become a front page runner. So it just depends on, every little niche is a little bit different, but the whole idea behind everything you're doing is to create traffic, which creates clients, which creates revenue. Our whole job is, with all the things that we have and that you offer, is to put them out in places where they get more views, more traffic, period. A lot of the stuff that happens after that, you don't have much control over. And so when they look at it like that, they're not all trying to be on the front page, even though we can get them there. Because number one, there's only so many places on the front page for a dentist. If you got 300 dentists in one little town, like in Roseville over here, all 300 can't make the front page. So when you do it the other way, guess what? They all get traffic, and they're all happy. So the front page is great, but it may necessarily not be in a place where they're getting traffic, because the people are actually reviewing all these dentists 30 to 45 days, and if there's anything older than that, 80% are going to go look for another dentist. And so that's how you have to look at that. It's about creating a little trust and a little credibility for the people, or the business you're doing business with, because that will carry a long ways. Because our whole thing is to get people to find these businesses and get them talking about them.
It's pretty good that you can convert dentists. It's not a easy niche. I had one orthodontist, and I still kind of do, but that was more kind of my son got a free brace, so that was more a bargain. But at the time didn't have the local team jackets as a setup now, so he had to do more work. And I did the AdWords, and for me AdWords is simple, so I could easily get them better results. So
AdWords always, they always work, but sometimes the whole thing is AdWords just drive you to your website. Is that correct?
yeah, AdWords drives paid traffic to the website.
Okay. So, if you're using your AdWords or any place you can get these people, and you can drive them to the website, what's the biggest thing on a website that converts them. It has to be something on that front page. Or it has to be something where, oh, the Google bots everybody picks it up, so they get listed there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And when that happens, the magic starts. We can't control it, but it works. Believe
Yeah.
me, it works.
Yeah, I know it works. So, um, so kind of I'm struggling with how do you how do you get 10 dentists signed up in the same city? That is struggling point.
Well, okay, it might depend upon all the different things you're using, but generally I would check all their listings to see what they have for listings. Or some of them might go and say, okay, if they're using regular AdWords, I say, well, most of those guys, they get called so many times that you might just convert them because you're using local AdWords in their area. Okay. Another thing is, if they might have gotten a bad review, suddenly I'm doing a 5-star video review for them, because those things, if you do enough of them, that's 6 to 8 of them, they look credible. 10 of them will offset any of the bad ones I got if they respond to them. And you can also place those on the front of their website, which we do, and they just work. We don't have all this high fancy stuff. We just do the things that work, that are simple, that are provided for us by you.
Um,
We're using your tools.
yeah, I know it works because I use them too. But I had a question is, before you go in a meeting with a business owner, you
Uh-huh.
check out their online presence, you check out
Yes,
if there are
I
bad
do.
reviews, you check out how the website looks, you check out if they have certain listings.
I generally like to see if they have listings. I look at their reviews to see where they're at, what's going on. Take a look at their website to see what's missing or what could be done. That's pretty automatic right there.
Yeah, do you create a report from it or you just do it, on the
Nope,
fly?
I just take a couple notes and I go talk to them about it because they don't know the difference.
Okay.
You follow me? And I don't want to give them reports month after month after month, because it's like one month, I mean, their viewership might be down 100 people and they think there's something wrong.
Mm.
And actually there isn't, because every business during the year has months that go up and down.
So
But
so your strategy is kind of speak about the online problems and you tell them I can fix that for you.
yes,
So you,
but actually,
yeah.
sometimes when you're visiting with a business, they're concerned about the return premium. Say, well, what months of the year are you down or things slow? If they say October, I say, okay. Then 30 days before that, guess what we could do? There are other programs we could use. We might kick into AdWords for a few months, right?
Mm-hmm.
To boost your viewership, get more people to find them, to keep their reach up. If you do that, they're not going to quit you anyway.
Mm.
Because if somebody's getting an extra 5,000-10,000 a month, they won't quit. I had a man tell me the other day that I said, your bill's almost $9,000 a month. He said, I don't give a damn if it's $10,000 a month. He says, you're making me $100,000. And I thought, okay, fine. And that was a tire shop.
To get a new client, are you using referral testimony to say, I also do a dentist in your town? Do you say that or you don't
Yeah, sometimes I do tell them, I tell them that, well, I do other dentists, and I have some over here in Roseville, or this office here or that office there, but I never tell them how many clients they get, and I never tell them how much money they're making. Because I have two things when I talk to a dentist, what I do. I don't care about all the things they do internally or all their uh,
marketing?
consultant.
Okay.
Because number one, the consultants don't know much about what we're doing. So I care about two things. How many clients are you getting? What's your gross this month? If a guy said, well, I'm getting 12 clients and my gross was only $45,000, I said, okay, that's what we're starting with, because our whole idea is to bring in more clients to get a higher gross. He said, it may take a while, but this is what we're working on. I said, we'll work together on this, and you have to furnish some information. You have to work with me, even though they probably won't, but they think they are. So what happens is, you take them from 45 to 55, maybe 75,000. Hell, they're happier than the devil. But those are the only two things I really, really care about, because I don't care about their internal business, and they really don't care about all the things that you and I know. They're interested in how many more clients can I get? What's my return? Okay, so if some guy's spending $2,000 and he gets $30,000 or $40,000 that month, he's got a pretty good return.
Yes.
I have a dentist that I started who was getting over 30 clients paying $100 a month. Now that's a big return. I have another one who's getting about a 50 to 1 return. None of his study group members get that. So there's many things you can do, and there's a lot of ways to get in and see them. And sometimes you'll get referrals, but most of the time they don't want to tell the other guy what they're even doing.
Okay. Now, I appreciate.
And a lot of them, even if you're economical, they think, oh, it's too much. I say, well, go without. I don't care. Your competitor doesn't mind.
Yeah, I will speak to a little bit about this. And basically, what is having a business? A business is doing something what makes a positive ROI. So
you know, a great thing to use might be kind of old-fashioned, but let's just say I have a dentist over here as an example. Every month for the last 2 years, his viewership has went up. A lot of guys may not use that type of stuff, but if I take that and I stop and talk to another dentist, if I can get in front of him and say, well, look at it. Here's a man whose business has increased every month for the past 2 years, so we must be doing something right. And these are the programs that we're using. It's pretty hard for them to deny that, because sometimes they'll say, well, let me see it in black and white.
Yep.
I mean, a lot of them, you know, they think they're smarter than we are, so you just got to go with the flow.
Yeah, I hear you. Anybody has a question for Barry before we go on with my client story? So, okay. So Barry, asked a couple of things what I wanted to follow up, but it takes too long in the call, so I will ping Belinda another time.
Call me anytime.
And I appreciate your insight, because this is something what I don't do so much, knocking on doors. I do it all via phone. So I will.
Well, you know, if you're doing it all via phone and you were talking about an orthodontist, a good example is many orthodontists don't even have websites.
Yeah.
They rely on all their dentist buddies and hot lunches to bring them a client or send a client for referral. But the reason they don't get them all is because when somebody's referred to a dentist, some young girl's mother or somebody is going to look that dentist up to see if they got reviews that are good.
Yeah. So
that's your way into about 30% of the orthodontists. They need a website.
Yeah,
they need listings, reviews.
I feel an orthodontist is easier than a dentist. They earn more money. A dentist makes, let's say, average per client $200, but an orthodontist they make $3,000 per client. So you have more money.
A dentist calculates his money like this. The average client, if he gets 20 new clients a month, each client's worth $1,100 or $1,500 depending on their insurance. The average client that comes in even for a teeth cleaning or a dental exam, if they have insurance, is $300. Okay? And so that's how they calculate that.
Okay.
An average client for a dentist, if he were to buy that lead, is $248 or $258. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So anytime you can get them leads for less than that,
it is.
I
And
mean, you're
yeah,
doing something for them.
correct.
Many
And
people spend $10,000 to get 10 clients on a mailer. They're paying $1,000 per client that they can't even break even within a year hardly,
hmm,
unless that client has to have some fancy teeth work,
yeah,
and 80% of them don't.
yeah. So Scene is asking, what do you charge monthly? And I think the answer is it varies, but you do charge monthly every client, or you also do one-time deals
I do some one-time deals, like if it's for oh,
to build up the
I wouldn't
trust?
know, I would brain dead.
You do
If
one,
I'm going to do like hosting,
yeah?
I'll give them a break. I'll give them a break if they pay for it by the year.
Okay, by the year. It's not the kind of
Otherwise, I'll do monthlies. But if somebody is paying a lot of money and I know they can afford it, I'll give them a deal and say, okay, I'll knock a couple $100 off if you pay me quarterly. Give me $1,800 a quarter. Give me $2,800 a quarter, whatever.
yeah, yeah,
And
kind
they
of,
pay.
yeah. You kind of do still periodically, maybe not monthly, but quarterly or yearly. So
I do
I,
whatever the client wants or is comfortable with.
yeah, but mainly I think you do that one-time deal because they have a limited budget and you want to gain their trust and you rely on them that it will follow when he makes some money from it, what you created, he will want to do more online market stuff with you, correct?
Well, one of the things, yes, that's true, but here's one of the things. If I charge them annually and give them a break just to host their website, they want to upgrade them to other things that we have, their bill's not quite as high.
Do you
You follow me?
do you mention that you host them on Amazon? How do you convert
Yes,
them?
yes,
And do you think that helps
yes.
in the conversion?
Well, yes, it does, because I tell them it's the fastest, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
Yeah, it does. And besides that, if you use your securities and all the different things you can do, there's like 22 layers of it. And for a dentist or orthodontic that you're trying to get, their personal information or losing their website is a very big thing, because if they do and they all get hacked continuously,
Yeah.
once they hit a bunch of them and they go down, that guy has to start all over, pay all over. So what
Correct.
happens? Then these listings, if he's paying for them monthly instead of owning them, they
It
start
is.
to fall off.
It's
And
very
he's got to
easy
build
to
a new
lose a
website.
client if the website is not up. It's so annoying.
Yeah, not only that, it costs them a lot of money to get it done again.
Yeah.
So if you get it set up right and you peddle this to them, I don't care who hacks them. It probably won't ever happen, but if something ever did, they're right back up and getting running, because just because of security and the way we do things, that's all.
Okay. So thanks, Barry. I really appreciate your input. I will follow up later on with some other questions I have, but I
Sure,
think
no problem.
I have some presentation prepared and I want to cover that too. So
Okay.
thanks for your input, and please stay on the line because I think my presentation has some golden nuggets too.
Okay, good.
Okay, thank you. Thanks, Linda. So this was an example from Barry to knock on doors and set appointments locally, which worked very well. You don't need to do cold call. You just kind of walk indoors and ask for who's responsible for making decisions. Um, I don't do that so much. Uh, I most of my clients I haven't seen, and I just either in the beginning uh, I have called them, and but once you get a size of 25 to 30 or 50 clients, then the referral does the work. And I wanted to go over the conversation I had to convert a prospect in a good paying client. And that was not an easy one. So I created all the steps in an Excel file. Are you guys looking forward to see that, how that conversation went and how to respond? Because I think this has some golden nuggets which you can use to do the same as I did. So are you You guys ready to take this in? So I got an email from a referral, and the referral was a very simple email and said, can I get a price breakdown for development and hosting? And here comes it in. In this, it is very fake, correct? You don't know what they need. You don't want to break the contact with the first cold email back. So in the email was their phone number. So I text them. And then I text them and said, works, can you guys read this? Works 2 p.m. Wednesday to review your needs. You guys see this, the response? Can you see the responses? Is it big enough to read? So she texted back, and then the interest slowed down. Let's schedule for Thursday. I'm all open that day, and tomorrow is not good. You know, that's okay. So then what I did, this is something what you have to learn, is not leave it open, correct? If I would have said, okay, she got the freedom from me to contact me the whole day, and sounds like I'm not busy. And she can't say this without any commitment. So I texted back, Thursday 2 p.m. worked for me too. So now I'm back in control. You guys see this? Can I get some feedback? You guys see this? How I take the control back in this conversation? Then I had a disappointment, and then she texted me back, I'm unable to talk. At 3 p.m. I have another meeting. We'll call you after 5. And then I said, okay, I didn't have choice. So, but I felt, okay, that is not going smoothly. But she didn't call me. She didn't follow up. So the next day, actually, this needs to be the next day. Good morning. Did I miss your call? So the next day was that. So that was actually on the 23. Okay, so she didn't call, but I didn't want to go, down to the toilet. I kind of wanted to get a follow-up, but instead of why didn't you call me, I blamed myself in the position that said, hey, did I miss your call? I knew I didn't because I can see it on my phone, but it gives me a pleasant reason, a pleasant way to respond. And then on the 23rd, she called me after an hour, sent a text message, and we reviewed the price, the service, and the prices. And my fee is not the cheapest one, so I said, okay, the website is $2.99 per month, AdWords is $197, and Google My Business is $197 per month. And I felt already in a conversation that she wouldn't agree instantly. So I sent her a design proposal, a demo website, and then I said, we can customize it to your like and needs. So now I'm putting up my flexible, okay? So if she could, at this point, she couldn't say, I don't like it, okay? This is a starting point. I also sent the contract with the service and prices for another client I have. So now I referred. With that I kind of said, okay, those are my standard prices, and I put a call to action in the email. Please sign and share the website details with domain name you want me to set up and the other website you want me to use contact from. So now I kind of have, okay, I assume you have a deal and sign it, okay? I assume the conversion. Do you guys get this? The assumption that you have a deal, okay? It's not please and this and please that kind of, but okay, we have a deal and go further. So it's kind of a positive way to prospect. So then I sent this marketing contract, well, I will put in a membership site too. And this describes, this goes in very detail what I all do in AdWords by purpose. So it looks like, oh wow, he does a lot. And then my fee is $197 per month with a minimum term of 12 months, sharing starting the, so I put a starting point, okay? And then the website creation process, and also $299 per month with a minimum term of 12 months starting September. And then Google My Business listing optimization, and then what I do, and $197 per month. So then sign here, and then this is the contract. So I sent that contract, but I already felt in the phone call, this is not a one-day deal. This takes time. So, but I didn't want to lower my fees. So then she said, please clarify, how long will it take to develop the website? The cost is $290. Is you to start develop the website? Does it price include full development including AdWords and Google? No, it didn't. But you have to list one of the Google ads, one of the AdWords to start at the same development. Since the website build is being developed, I was expecting $290 per month for everything, but not an additional fee for $394. So now I talk by myself. I already have a customer base. I'm not going to take on cheap clients. Okay, so that was what I was thinking. So for the first client, I would done that. If this was my first client, I would happy to do this. But I was thinking at that point, no, I'm going to charge them just a very reasonable price for each service. So then I responded to that email. How long will it take to develop the website? If it is no special needs, 4 weeks. So think about this. Think about, if I would respond, hey, the website is up in 1 week, what would you think as business owner? Do I get a customized website? Is it so easy? That doesn't take a lot of work. No, I put 4 weeks with a reason. So it looks like a very heavy website, a lot of work. And it's kind of an automatic thing. If you show there's a lot of work, then you can ask more, correct? So if you go to your garage for your car, and let's assume after 5 minutes your whole car is done and you get $1,000 bill, what would you think? Wow, why cost me that $1,000? But if they have worked a week on it, or even 4 weeks, and you pay $1,000, then you say, oh, it's only $1,000. Can be the same thing, correct? So that is why I put 4 weeks in it. So the cost is $292 to start development of the website. Does this price include full development including AdWords and Google? Yes. I don't charge development costs. AdWords setup at Google, AdWords setup cost, and Google setup cost. So I say I kind of turn this question a little bit around and say I don't set setup costs. I think my answer is not complete, but I should not. I should have taken the off yes. I should have said I don't charge development costs, AdWords setup costs, and Google costs. So the yes was actually not a good answer. But later on she doesn't come back to it. You have listed 197 for Google, 1 AdWords to start the same development. Since the website takes to build, why is it seen so immediately and not afterwards for filling? Google AdWords we can wait indeed once website is finished. Google My Business takes a lot of time and the website does not need to be finished completely. Just have a domain name. So here I explain that we have to start with Google My Business as soon as possible. Okay, so I sent her an email and she sent me an email back. Now starts the trouble. Over the last 7 years in business, I have had 9 websites developed with good and bad website experience. My husband, okay, now comes the problem, has reviewed the agreement and would like to get clarification on the following. In referring to pay-per-click, is there any price parameters, high, low, in which site will achieve per click? Is this included in the monthly fee for your company? If you monitor the site weekly and to ensure that number 3 second paragraph, does it include to get powered or underperformed due to changing market? How will you determine these do not happen? What is my guarantee that it will achieve optimum performances? Financial reporting, the campaign costs. Will there be any additional costs over and above the monthly fees that the agreement states to $395 to $99 $630? Our company is not for fiction. We have no customer base, so they have no advantage. Our starting point is different levels and we need to build from scratch. Do you have a different plan from another client to assist in building strong customer base? Even though we have a template, so these websites about business new. Can you increase the hours per month after site completion 2 to 6? We may not need until we have everything together. That would be ensure have our site fully custom to meet our needs. On the Google My Business category, I'm understanding that is done at site development. Why is it an ongoing fee? So now, do you guys see this? Why do I charge ongoing Google My Business fee? The line below is fake. Please explain the line below again. All what positives will get done on a monthly basis to keep optimal ranking. Fee structure, so it's total and offsite complete. So she refers to that. So now I have not only to convince her, but also her husband. You guys see the problem coming? Who has that situation in the past? A client where you see, would work, but it's not easy to convert. You guys want to learn how to do this? So I responded to the questions. Is there any price parameters? The goal is positive ROI. So this is what Barry also said. When you speak with a business owner, speak in the terms of ROI. Business is about making money. Okay, your answers needs to be in that regard. The goal is the positive ROI. If the AdWords campaign doesn't bring you money and I'm not able to improve it, you can cancel it. Okay, that is my guarantee. Is this included in the monthly fee to your company? My fee includes management of the campaign. You pay for the clicks. You say, do you have sometimes heard, don't answer with no? So I don't use the word no. I'm just saying what is included. My fee includes management of the campaign. You pay for the clicks. So that sounds reasonable, correct? How will you determine these do not happen? What is my guarantee that will achieve optimal performance? Your guarantee is that if you don't see positive ROI, you can cancel anytime. You see how I turn this around? If you don't make money, I'm okay that you cancel after you give me a chance to improve it. Okay? I'm not giving the guarantee that you get money back or whatever. No. Your guarantee is that you see a positive ROI. So speak in that terms. Does that make sense? Can I get some feedback from you guys? What you like and don't like? So, do you have a plan to assist us in building a strong website customer? And then I said, AdWords is the fastest way to get clients. Okay? Simple as that. Can you increase the hours per month after site acquisition 2 to 6? Okay, now I think she wants 6 hours me to work for $299. And oh my God, I feel she wants to change the website every month. So I said, for the first 6 months, I'm okay to increase it to 6 hours. So I limit my risk. So I can work 2 hours for $300, but I cannot work 6 hours for $300 all the time. You guys get that? So I give her a handshake to complete the website to her needs, but I'm not going to work every month 6 hours for $300. Okay? So then comes another difficult question. Why is the $197 ongoing fee? So then I have to explain to her husband, Google My Business is similar to a search engine optimization. It requires constant updates to new Google ranking changes. I have waived the setup fee. Okay? You guys see that, how I turn this around so that I get paid monthly for Google My Business? Didn't take more than one sentence. So then I do a call to action. I'm planning my work for the next month, October. So this was still September. And need a confirmation end of this week. You guys see that I kind of put a date in this? I didn't let her choose when she's ready, kind of. No, if she wants my service and wants it next month, she needs to get moving. And then I end friendly. My goal is same like you, to make money. If you make money, then you are happy with my service. Okay? So this comes back to ROI. Money is not a bad thing to mention in a client conversation. If you make money, I'm happy and you're happy with my service. So she sent me an email back. Can you verify the fee structure or revise weekend budget? Okay, now she kind of summarized what we all the whole time our discussion, and it didn't take off any dollar. This is a $700 per month deal. So I updated the contract that she can cancel ROI if she doesn't see positive ROI. The fee structure is correct. Please sign. And then I close it. Thanks for your trust. Okay? She emailed back the day after. I will have it back to you later today. Sign. So that is kind of strange. You email back that you will sign it, but later. It is just to gain time. So, and I was right, the next day she didn't email. So I teased her, because I teased her with, when do you need a website? Of course they needed a website yesterday, okay? So I said, okay, now I kind of remind her, hey, I said I need it by end of September to work in October. So now you passed that date. So I teasing her, when do you need the website? So then she emailed back the same day, here's the agreement, let me know when you talk about what we need for the site. Thanks for the signed contract. Then I text her which card you want to use. Okay, so I kind of and she called me up and she handed over the credit card information. You guys see this? How this conversation went? I have not seen this prospect in real, okay? I talked to her, I think 2 times on the phone for 5 minutes. This is how you can convert a $700 per month client. And this was not an easy client. They don't make money. They're just investing. Okay? What do you guys think? Can I get some feedback? You guys think you can do the same? So I will put this in the membership site for download so you have a reference. But you see, it is not difficult to close a client. It is more to focus on ROI, business wants to make money, and kind of put call to action, soft call to action into place. When do you need a website? If you want to work next month, I need it to know now. Okay, put in date. Okay, remind them with soft text messages. Keep that conversation going. Okay, when do you need a website? Okay, and good morning. Did I miss your call? So keep that conversation going. Okay. What is your card? Okay. So little things smoothed this deal. But I didn't. You see, I didn't negotiate about the price so much. So my price, I was able to get a full price out of it. And this is now a $700 deal for 12 months. And I hardly, after the first month, set up, creating the campaign, Google My Business, I have hardly worked on it. So $700 times 12 is $8,400. Let's say I have 20 hours work on it to set it up. Maybe my VA does do some ongoing Google My Business, see how if now if it is ranking well in Google My Business and create some citations. I have to log in once a month in the Google AdWords account for 10 minutes. So there's not a lot of work. Let's say in total I have 40 hours and I make how much was it? $8,000 about. So I make $200 per hour. Okay, this is real stuff which everybody can do. So you now have a reference how this process works, and this was not an easy one. Most of my clients goes easier. Okay, most of my clients, I get the credit card the first conversation. This one not. It was not an easy one. I felt that from the day one. But even a not easy one, I was able to convert them. And I think if you understand the strategies I used, you can grab those golden nuggets for yourself too. Does that make sense? So I hope this training benefits you, gets you to the next level. I'm glad, and especially for the new members, to have a one-on-one call to learn you better, see where you're at, what your biggest struggle is, and where I can help you the best. Any questions? The information you have for citation, has it changed? Yes, Google My Business Elite get ongoing reports. So if you go to the members area, you will see new reports. Google My Business is very fast changing. It's changed almost every week. So eventually Google My Business will have only 2 free listings. The third listing will be in paid ad, and God knows where that all turns out. Maybe, huh? So Google wants to monetize it, and that is, you know, first with 10 listings, 7 listings, 3 listings. Everybody's squeezing that for the first page and want to, you know, still be on the first page. So eventually they're going to monetize that, and that is just business. Google is in business, so don't just dance with Google and you make some good money too. Any other question? So thanks for your time. I will put the recording in the Facebook group and in the membership site together with the documents, so you can take advantage from it. And PM me on Facebook if you like to have covered a certain topic and for a one-on-one conversation. Thank you so much and appreciate your time.